How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Welcome back to this week's Adventure Quest release video, and this week we actually have some small updates only. So the first thing I want to go through is the 21st anniversary free pet that everyone can get. So in order to get the pet, at the battle on home screen, you want to click on Ballyhoo and upgrades. Click, and here over on redeem code, you want to type AQ dash Nick dash Dragon dash pet, and click on redeem code. There we go, nickel clad. Oh, stupid thing. Okay, so you'll get the nickel clad Guardian Dragon Junior pet. Okay, so I'm going to show it off right now. It's not a good pet, if you guys are wondering. But it is going to be a perma rare pet, because it is exclusive for the 21st anniversary event, which means it's going to be available only for this year. I think the code lasts until the end of October, which is 31st October. So if you're a free-to-play player with limited inventory slots and you don't want to waste your very precious tokens, then I would say you can skip this. But you know, if you want to own a piece of history for some weird reason, maybe you like the pet or you like rare stuff, then yeah, I guess you can go ahead and get it. Now, why do I say the pet is crap? So let's go ahead and test it out in my lucky beast mage build. So this build is actually very good for showcasing pets over here. Okay, so we'll do it without any boosting. Nickel clad Guardian Dragon. It's a Mastercraft energy pet. Attack is 2 hits, magic energy. So first up, the artwork is complete garbage. Okay, you can see here the artwork. My god, this is like a 0 out of 10 artwork. And then once per battle, you can click on it to have it do a special attack on its turn. The attack does minus 22.3% damage. If both hits connect, then the monster is hyper salinated. Okay, so it's basically an energy freeze. The monster is stunned, and water resist is increased by energy resist by 1.5 for 1 turn. The monster can resist with a save at a minus 20 penalty, inflict with charisma overlap, resist with endurance overlap, and this scales as a guardian item. So let's go and see the once per battle effect. Okay, there it is. That's it. Yeah, and then afterwards it goes back into the normal mode. Okay. Oh, and for the next turn, the pet can't attack or something. What? Oh, you gotta click on it again. Wait, what? Hang on a minute. This isn't bugged, right? Oh, okay, the pet needs to rest for 2 turns afterwards. Oh god. This is so... Guys, can you see why this is complete garbage? Like, this is just rubbish. Who the heck wants to use this? Oh my god. Artwork bad, practicality bad. Artwork is a 0, practicality is probably gonna be a 0 as well from me. Number 1, it's not a guaranteed inflict. Number 2 is once per battle. Number 3, after you use it, the pet is basically useless for the next 2 turns. So why the heck would you ever want to use it? So yeah, very bad pet. Like, it is a rare item, so rare collectors you can pick it up, but I'm gonna say no. Hard pass for me. Next up, we will talk about the Devil Geiger Z token package. So this is a new $35 Z token package. So $35 for an armor. This is what it looks like fully. Okay, it's actually not that bad. Okay, 12,000 Z tokens. You don't really get a full armor out of, you know, a $35 package. Usually armors are like the $50 or the $100 tier. Okay, so the armor is a fully offensive fire armor with energy and darkness secondaries, neutral to wind and earth, weak to water and light, and weakest to ice. It has a 2-hit normal attack and has the following effects. So the armor causes all healing on you to be halved. Since prior 5% melee Mastercraft have been worth plus... Okay, this is worth 20% melee. Okay, so all healing is halved, and you gain an increasing damage bonus as your foe attempts hits on you while in the armor. Each attempted hit is added to a counter. You deal extra 3% melee damage with all weapon attacks, specials and spells per point on the counter, capping out at plus 30% melee. This is assumed to cap out after 5 turns, resulting in an average of plus 24% melee per turn in a 10-turn fight. So first of all, monsters generally don't have a lot of hits. We are talking 2 hits, 3 hits, maybe 4 hits if you're lucky. But I would say the average is about 2 hits for the monster. So it's like 6% per turn. And it caps out at 30% melee, which means you'll need 5 turns to reach that amount. And 30% is a very low amount in my opinion for this effect. I wish the ramping could have been made infinite, like what they did with the ranger and the dexterity stat. But of course people will complain that, ooh, it's OP, blah blah blah. But even if they did that, I still don't think it would have been great, because the ramping is too slow, and the fact that it's dependent on monster hits, yeah, that just makes it bad. And then the armor also takes minus 9 MRM to cause you to heal after every hit from a weapon, attack, special or spell, equal to 7.5 over 0.85% melee. And this specifically ignores any bonuses or penalties to healing. So it's the only reasonably doable way to get some healing in while in the armor, and it's kept at healing 4 times a turn. So you can heal a little bit after the attack, and it's not affected by the half healing, but even then the healing is outright crap. Okay, so I have no idea why anyone would use this. And here's the kicker, guys. So it's kept at 4 hits, but you can't do 4 hits in the armor. Whether you're using the skill, whether you're using the normal attack, there's no 4 hits. You're gonna have to rely on something else. And per hit, the healing is just outright garbage. So yeah, very bad. And the Mastercraft compresses the Infernal Fistquake skill. This is a spell-like skill, follows your weapon type for melee range magic, and is locked to fire damage. Getting Alicom to damage deals 3 hits. This charges 100 or 125% melee in HP cost for melee range of magic weapons, and adds 2 points to the counter for the damage bonus effect. So you can upscale your damage a little bit faster with the skill. 3 hits isn't anything to shout about in today's, damage cap meta. And yeah, it's just a standard overcharge skill, nothing to shout about. I get that it's only $35, but this is definitely not worth your money in my opinion. If I were to rate this package using my tier list that I did just last week, I would say this probably belongs in the I don't know, C tier. Yeah, no, C, not even C, D tier. Yeah, this is a D tier package, straight up D tier. The healing is crap, it doesn't work. You can't get the max healing out of the armor on its own. The armor halves all your healing for some weird reason, like it's pointless. And then the cap, number 1, the damage ramp is too slow. Number 2, the cap is just pathetically low. So yeah, is there any reason to get this armor? No, not at all. What I will say is the artwork looks kinda nice. I would probably give the artwork like a 7 out of 10. So I guess if you're a huge collector, you really like the art, and maybe, just maybe, you can consider picking up. Not that artwork is ever a thing in this game. Like, there's no cosmetics option unlike Dragon Fable or AQW. So yeah, art does nothing for you in this game. So is this worth a pickup? Absolutely not. Please save your money. Don't waste money on this garbage. And there's also the returning Zombie Hunter Z token armor from a 50k Z token package. Now, this did get nerfed a little while back. Okay, previously it was OP against undead enemies, and people can just combine this with Ebony Sepulture form against anything that's not undead and take almost like 0 damage from that. And I know people are able to cheese Void Knight Bane with this strategy, but that has been fixed now, so it's a little bit worse now. And on top of that, even in its original state or its current, whether it's in its original state or in its current state, this is only good for facing off against undead mobs. Against anything else, this is a mediocre, not even mediocre, this is a crap armor. So yeah, unless you're fighting a lot of undead, or unless you want to combine this with the Ebony Sepulture form, which can be found inside of Valencia's Z token shop. Okay, I would not recommend anyone to get this. It's very niche, and Paladin armor exists. Why would you need this? Okay, this was released before the Paladin armor got the revamp. So yeah, I guess if you bought it way back then it would have been justified. But right now, since you have Paladin armor, why do you even need this? So yeah, I think this is probably like the D tier as well. I'll not recommend getting this, and this is like what, $100? Yeah, please don't waste your money. Okay, that's my verdict on these two token packages. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Now let us go through the Knight. So the Knight has another script update. Once again, I am baffled by their choice to do these things, okay? Maybe they want like a lighter release week so they can focus on other things, which I am totally okay with, but like why do the night revamp now? Like the night class isn't ready for a revamp, so you're just doing a script revamp, which is kind of weird. Okay, and they did a revamp for the Priya Knights this time, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. So train as a knight. And now... what? I'm ready. Okay, and I believe you can choose here what you want to be. Oh my god, why is it so laggy? The time as a knight in training is at an end, and every order has its eyes on you. Have you thought about which one you wish to join? I have, Sir Tatlin. We can leave the protocol and honorifics aside, Korriban. Just call me Tatlin. Now, I'm eager to hear a choice. Where would you like to go as a full-fledged knight? Okay, so... now the Priya Knights have been updated, so I guess we'll stick with the Kingdom of Ren for now to see the updated script. I'm very pleased to hear that, friend. Priya will shine much brighter with your arrival. We'll do great things together. Now then, let's not keep everyone waiting much longer. The Sea of Arcana may be mostly run by pompous nobles, but their workers and our allies deserve punctuality. Hold on, who goes there? Sir Tathan, Demon Knights are attacking. They somehow appear in our supply wagons. They are attacking the grounds and sending squads after the court. Magi. What? How? No time to figure it out. I'll lead the charge on the main contingent. Korriban, cut them off from reaching the seat of Arcana's envoys. Understood. What do I do after that? Push the enemy far enough from the civilians that the battle mages can fight freely. For once, I wish they'll send their big shots. Then secure Ava and rejoin me. Ava? Something hasn't added up since you found this Eye of the Unholy or Eye of Soft. Make sure he's around to answer some questions when we've stopped the demons. Understood. I'm here to help. Get ready to strike back as soon as I push them back for you. Ooh, I think this is new. I don't remember seeing this. Or maybe it's just been 10 years and I simply forgot. Thank goodness, we've been trying to push them back from the civilians so we can finally cut loose. Can you drive them back on your own? You bet. Is Abba here? Tatlin needs him as soon as we are clear. And there's an artifact he'll be working with that I'm certain has something to do with this attack. He ran off as soon as the attack began. He even abandoned his assistance with us. We can look at this artifact if you buy us some time, but here they come. Alright, so let's fight some stuff. Weaklings, so this should be a piece of cake. Just gonna not use any pets or guests. I don't think there's a need to. Toggle on everything and then we can just spam our haunting. Oh, tidal ability. Jesus. Okay, ice necrocath instead. This will work. I forgot. Night class now, right? Next up, Demon Knight. Okay, next, more Demon Knights. You know, we've been getting a lot of these lighter release weeks recently. If you're a new or returning player, don't worry, this is not the norm. I think the staff just needs lighter weeks so they can finish up all the big updates that we've been promised for so long. And I think honestly it's a bad time for them because one, they really have to finish up the big updates that has been promised to us long-time players for like a long time, and I do think that's very important. But at the same time, they're unable to, you know, capitalize on like the stuff that will make the new and returning players stay inside of the game. Like if you watch my channel right now, I'm really like trying to capitalize on this opportunity by pushing out guide videos week after week, as well as, you know, updating all my old guides, you know, something for the new and returning players. But like the staff, because of their manpower issues, they can only choose one, and I think they are gonna stick with, you know, lighter release weeks and, you know, trying to push out the promised updates for the new and returning players, for the old players, sorry. I don't think there's a right and wrong, it's really just how you prioritize things, and as an old player, I obviously would prefer them to do that. So yeah, we got it. You were right. This is the Eye of Soft, right? It's some kind of key and empowering trinket, but we got rid of some sort of tracking and scrying curse on it here. And what the heck is this? Why does this look so out of place? Looks like it's floating or something. Is that intentional? Thanks. You have the space to cut loose now. Drive them back. I'll reinforce Tatlin. Urgoff, your forces are on the verge of defeat and you can't use the Eye of Soft to track us anymore. This is your last chance to surrender. Spy, I was tracking the mortal that was tampering with the Eye of Soft. If you've cut off his tether, so be it. I will return in glory or return to ashes. To ashes it is, Demon Knight. Okay, to ashes. Lord Urgoff. Why do I even use Choco Shield? Choco Shield does nothing, right? Yeah, it doesn't help with ice damage. Nice, the enemy is leaderless. Drive the remainder back to their charred lands. Well fought and cleverly handled, Korriban. I see what you meant now about this Lord Urgoff. He was almost... Okay, let me go ahead and change this. Oh, accidentally clicked away, right? I won't be going far, Tatlin. The foul play is obvious. Whether some of these infighting demons still compare Ava's actions or he's a rather brazen kind of traitor, we'll have to investigate. In any case, it seems your final trials were replaced with a trial by fire. Your heroism on this day has earned you a place as a full-blown Priya Knight. Congrats. Okay, level 6. There we go. We had better get you preparing. Don't know why it's always laggy like that. Before I begin, let's talk about that demon attack. I launched an investigation as I said, but this affair has grown more complicated and I could use your insight. Complicated sounds like the diplomatic way to put it. It feels like we are being tested from all directions. How can I help? There are some pieces I'm struggling to put together. I've looked into records of Demon Knight forces with black banners, but found none. Only the blood red ones are there. Earlier today, I secretly visited old scouts who surveyed the border outposts of Stormfallen. They've seen the flags of this new Obsidian Legion before, beyond the walls. So we are invaded by a detachment from a bigger force that has been around all along, but never left their kingdom's borders. A total opposite to the ones with red banners, which never seem to end their campaign. It's not just that though. We have endured the threat of the Demon Knights for decades. They are cruel opportunists, and yet there was no follow-up attack. It's one thing for the Crimson Banner demons to not dare to mess with the Obsidian Legion, but they didn't take advantage of this attack. We only saw their forces rear their head well after we've already regrouped. I thought Ava might still have been under their control, but it's like they didn't even know. Urgoff was also acting like Ava had turned on the demons, or not assisted them enough. Unfortunately, the Sea is conducting its own investigation, so I can't see his eyes yet. What authority does the Sea of Arcana have exactly? You haven't had a chance for you to explain that, and it's worrying that they can help in a way that hinders you. Right, my apologies. They are Council of Ren's most prominent wizards, acting as advisors to the king on matters related to magic, and as a national guild of arcanists. That sounds like a powerful combination. I hadn't heard of wizards banding together on that scale before, and I've yet to hear of it. The Sea is not exactly of one mind. It's more like an agreement that there are some things they all want and won't get if they don't play nice. It has served Ren very well, but when one of their members goes rogue, it's hard to get information quickly while they scramble to disown them and get a story straight. So they're probably out to investigate themselves and find themselves innocent, and then we'll have to hope they are not hiding any accomplices when they leave us with the scraps. I thought you weren't familiar with kingdom politics. I'm not, but I've been in enough wars to be very familiar with vultures. I think you're onto something. Members that would normally help have been shy, while the stricter ones are almost rabid in their interrogations. It's a suspicious haze. I'm sure some are just out to get their hands on Ava's secrets, but if others want to cut him off and throw him under the cart before he's even found, they know something. And if a member of the Sea of Arcana is willing to cover for this kind of treachery, never mind, let's focus on your training for now. I promise I'll explain more. Today we'll try to find a steed that you can form a bond with. Your daily routine will now include cavalry combat training. If you can excel in this field, it will open many doors. Okay, cavalry, let's go. Oh, for those asking about the war is like 96% now. Like that was like right before I started recording this video. So I will probably cover the war on Tuesday, and by that time it most definitely will have ended already. So yeah, I'm not gonna cover anything regarding the war today because it hasn't even ended yet. I'd rather just cover everything at one shot. Excellent work. Now that you've seen what you can do in practice, show me how you set up in a tougher fight. If you can make this strong of a start to your cavalry training, I'm sure word will reach very high places indeed. Yeah, except I'm not gonna be using the conventional cavalry, I'm going to be using Ice Necro Cavalry. Okay, let's go. Oh, come on. 114, really? Oh, thank God. Piece of cake. Very impressive, my friend. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if the crown took an interest in your progress. We can proudly boast of such a rising prodigy. Okay. I'm ready. And you always have this thing about investigation and the wizard's own efforts. While I don't believe you'll be able to pry into their affairs soon, I believe you can rule out that they will hide Ava. How did you come to that conclusion? It turns out that you were completely right. Their priority is establishing the image and innocence of the Sea of Arcana as a whole. Oh, they are picking Ava's studies apart, alright. However, they are not being suspiciously open or actively refusing our aid. Rather, it seems they are pulling all the stops to track him down and show us where to find him. The highest ranking members are attached to their public image, but this desperation is new. I very much doubt that they are worried we'll blame them for Ava. That sounds more like being so worried about what else will turn up if you sniff around them in search of Ava, that they want to make a big show of speeding things up. Indeed, now secrets are the letter and spirit of the affairs of wizards, and wizards in politics. I'm sure they have all sorts of dirty laundry. This is clearly bigger. Enough that they are forcing us to choose between finding the truth and taking our best shot at finding the missing link in the most recent Demon Knight thread. Do you think we can split our focus effectively here, or are they going to get too defensive and stop helping if we call their bluff? It's going to sound backwards, but I think it's best to let them handle it. Believe me, I want to find out what the crowd among the Sea of Arcana are hiding. However, this wizard was able to sneak enemy troops into our borders, using the kind of magical cards that smugglers use to conceal the real size of their cargo from plain sight. However, they manipulated their way around actual inspections. I have to focus our forces on securing the area while we make repairs. If there is another danger within, we'll be able to drag it onto the light. Into the light once we've sorted this out. As long as nothing splits our focus further, Priya and the crown will be ready for any plot this time. I'm afraid the Priya Knights were not always successful in preventing betrayal. 2 months before your training started, there was a sudden attempt on the king's life. We were traveling to Granamore as part of our alliance when one of our own knights, priorly missing, joined the caravan. We could not expect Elgin to have fallen so far. Elgin the Shadow Knight? Yet his new name precedes him. Yes, Elgin turned on the caravan's mages, transforming into a dark shape before everyone's eyes and struck at King Alexander. Even the king's retinue of knights was hardly a match. It was plain that he would make some manner of demonic pact, similar to what the immoral knight was forced into. After slaying many of his former brothers and sisters in arms, Elgin fled towards Stormfallen. As if the origin of his plot was not yet plain, the Red Bannered Legion let him pass. The throne room and royal chambers have been sealed to outsiders since then, as we are unable to trust anyone whom Elgin worked with before, such as certain wizards. That is why your resolve will be tested on this day. It's not only because of monsters or to be strong for the people of Ren as they pray for their king's recovery. Whatever Tyrannah offered Elgin to fulfill the threat she made upon arriving, a Priya Knight's courage must be strong enough to inspire others to never fall for such temptation. Okay. Let's go ahead and nuke them. Dialogue is a little bit lengthy in my opinion, but I think it's okay. It's a bit better than the first part, I think. Yeah, the first part felt a lot lengthier, so I'm glad that Cray managed to cut down a little bit on the second part. Still kind of lengthy, but I think it's acceptable for me. Oh god. 6-4. Excellent work. You're ready for the final test. You can come over now. Over time, you'll learn the actual techniques to take down a variety of monsters. Whether you must strike foes of flesh, scale or steel, your resolve must never fade. Show me that you can keep finding your center by overcoming or outlasting this night. Find victory or endure until the test ends. Survive for 20 turns or deplete enemy HP. Okay. Tank Knight Lord. I think we can... 2108. Okay. This should be a cakewalk. I mean, if you're not max level, this won't be a cakewalk, but... yeah, pretty much just nuke him down in 1 turn. Okay, 2 turns, fine. So yeah, if you're not max level, I don't know what will be easier. Level 64, maybe tanking him might be easier than trying to beat him if you're at level 64. But yeah, shouldn't be too hard. And outstanding display, I expect no less from someone of your talent. Of course, now level 9. Everything looks ready, although I expected we will have more archers in hiding for this kind of ambush. Then again, it's a complicated time for the Demon Knights to attack. Fear not, we have as many archers as we can reasonably conceal, and we have completed repairs right on time to hold them off. The timing is certainly rough though. But not just for us. Rather than chasing an opportunity as soon as they could with their nearest forces, the Demon Knights are only attacking after mustering for a few days. This confirms they go beyond a simple rivalry and don't cooperate at all. I thought perhaps Urgoth was in charge of precise operations through this Obsidian Legion. But we have been at war for long enough that we have seen such by now, and these are clearly still intent on our destruction. Even with the same orders, they are so distinct. Regardless, today we face the same horde we always have, the barbarians who cover Elgon's retreat into Stormfallen. Fight with everything you have. They certainly will. That also stands out when you think about it. The army we have been at war with only seems to care for conquest, or failing that, scorched earth. Let's say we stick to this idea. Say they weren't told about Urgoth was up. They weren't told about Urgoth was up to. I mean, what Urgoth was up to? Okay, typo? Hello? I thought they fixed this. He wasn't acting independently, so maybe these fiends are left out of subtler missions. Were they waiting for Elgon then? How? It makes sense that they would aid a destructive traitor and cover his retreat, but you make an accurate assumption. They were already in position to block pursuit when he arrived. What I never thought made sense, and you leave me questioning more intently, is that he would work with them, even after his betrayal, as little as we know of the attack. I'd really like to speak to the survivors to look for any common threads with Alva's betrayal. Why do you think Elgon's coordination of the enemy doesn't make sense? Elgon and I trained together. Like me, he trained under my father, the prior head knight. He even lived with us as his squire. We both lost everything to this knave legion. Even my own hatred for the Demon Knights is nothing compared to the one that took hold of his heart. He demanded Priya receive enough support to lead a full counter-attack. That doesn't sound like someone who would easily turn around and attempt regicide, and then walk through his hated enemy. You mentioned that he went missing. What happened? We both rose through the ranks of Priya as the order reorganized, but while I became head knight, he accepted a position at the Sea of Arcana, pushed for it even. Elgon was bent on convincing them to focus on granting Priya increased magical support, and the crown to secure enough reinforcements to form a legion of our own. We worked closely throughout. He strengthened Priya from without and I from within. From without? What? But Elgon was so unsatisfied with our diplomatic progress that he pushed himself more. He went on more and more missions, becoming involved with the Seeds, planar studies, and pushing them to sponsor expeditions to magical ruins, until one didn't return. Ruins that notable can't be a silver per dozen. They must have been important finds, and if they held magic related to other realms, who knows what happened to him. He often left even when we had no reinforcements to spare, and we thought he had finally been overwhelmed. It's because of him that we developed what you will wield today. Your armor now carries an enchantment typically entrusted only to high-ranking knights. With it, you'll be able to summon barrages of our archers' enhanced arrows. That explains why you're confident about our archer count. Trusted knights who wind up alone are much safer, being able to call down fire support without risking our archers. Precisely, the tactical possibilities of these disruptive arrows are many, and we need only keep our enchanted storage stocked for you. Now, let them loose on our enemy. Oh, this is the mini game. Okay. Nice, so no monsters to fight here. I like that they switch it up once in a while. It's cool. Look at the accuracy. Haven't missed one yet. Nice. 101. No way. Okay, excellent work. The enemy is routed without a step from our infantry. Your command of our archers and your own arrows have finally taught the demons to flee. Now that the battle is won, I would like to see your performance by yourself. Show me how you handle a barrage by yourself. Yeah, that'll be a piece of cake. Okay, let's start. Goodbye, Sir Tathlin. Okay, he will last another turn. Oh, he might shield bash me. Oh, okay, I shake it off, cause he's lower level. There you go. Hero, in this victory will earn you great renown in our order, my friend. I'll pull some strings for you. Such heroism will let you make your inquiries on the attack unhindered. Today is a very important day, Korriban. As I promised, I pushed for you to look into the attempt on King Alexander's life. Thanks to your efforts, everything went smoothly. You have been granted a private audience in the royal chambers to take place before today's training. This privilege is afforded to very few people, even in Priya, in these times. You are recognized as a trustworthy and heroic knight whose skill is worthy of the greatest techniques of Priya and whose integrity is worthy of royal trust. Are you ready? Wonderful. By bringing you into this circle of trust, we'll be able to work more closely together to find Ava and towards Stormfallen for good. Report to the King's chambers. Your Highness, I'm here as summoned. Thank you for seeing. Hello? Tanzin, is the King not here yet? There aren't any attendants or... That's enough, my friend. A lie of omission is still a lie, and I can't lie to you any longer. I was to help you see the survivors of Elgon's attack. The truth is that there were none. The king is dead, and you've been hiding this for months? Who is even ruling right now? Priya? What about the line of succession? I'll answer everything right now, Korriban. You and our people deserve to know the truth, but the details of Elgon's betrayal are forcing us to take it very slow. The royal caravan found Elgon on the road to Granamore. He was stepping onto the path when they noticed him. After being missing for years, he was just walking back home. By himself? Yes, not a trace of the original expedition team. I realize that's suspicious and tragic, but you have to remember that this was a lost hero of Ren, a prodigal knight returned. After sending his royal guard to make sure that Elgon was of sound mind and body, King Alexander was overjoyed. He brought our old friend along. It was poetic timing. You see, the purpose of this journey was to ensure that our alliance with Granamore would last beyond wartime, forming an economic, scholarly and arcane treaty. Close to what Elgon himself wanted. Isn't that the sort of thing normally handled by diplomatic envoys? Yes, it is. However, by handling this directly, King Alexander was keeping the nobility and the Sea of Arcana from swaying the deal too far toward their own interests. This kept them from gaining even more power before he could complete his biggest project. Something he had planned to put into effect as soon as the war ended. What is this project? King Alexander was working with court scholars and our few trusted friends in the seat to draft a new constitution of the Ren, a writ reforming our kingdom's government. He worried that the emergency measures taken during the war would turn into oppression in peacetime and wished to establish a parliament of public servants. This will make the Sea of Arcana consultants to a civilian government, Priya its protectors, and the nobility its benefactors, while keeping their power in check, and then Elgon killed him before he even explained this to his subjects. Worse, far worse than that, the court magi were very curious and their questions eventually angered Elgon. He didn't simply kill the king, my friend. The few that survived Elgon's attack were badly wounded. They gave their lives to get word to us. He destroyed the retinue, slew the king and took his body to Stormfallen. Through the ranks of the red-bannered demon knights he once hated. And why is this kept a secret? You said the people deserve to know and allies would surely rally to help. Our closer allies in the Sea of Arcana went dark, straining our trust. Several heirs disappeared or went into hiding before Priya sealed the palace and the seat. They have been propping up their own favoured successors for years, in competition with the nobility. If I revealed my liege's fate, I would have betrayed his will. It's still true that we are only planning to keep the view of secrecy until we found everyone tied to the attack on the king, and I believe Ava may be one such individual. I hate this stretching fast. I can't stand tainting Priya with such lies, nor letting the nobility go unchecked. Months of lies that I fear may become years. Let's leave. Now you know everything, Korriban. King Alexander's secrets and Priya's own are in your hands. We are beyond the walls where divination cannot pierce. Do you understand? You're giving me the freedom to keep or reveal what I know. That's a leading burden, you know. It makes me partly responsible for the consequences. But I understand. I'll trust you. Thank you, Korriban. Now, I'm not only letting you in on this for the sake of giving you the full context. If Priya is ever consumed by corruption, it will take one like you to redeem it. That is why I like to trust you with one of the ultimate secrets of a Priya Knight. As immoral knights are said to train to master their inner darkness, we have a similar test. By standing in the light, you cast a shadow. Your virtue casts a long shadow of what you could become if you fell, looming over those you protect. Our greatest powers are attained by manifesting the inner temptation of power as a foe to overcome. Weakening is eclipse of our own inner light. Prepare to face your own. Oh. I know you, it feels like I carry you for a long time and like I always will, so you're a persistent one. Come then, I'll take you down as many times as it takes. Okay, so this is pretty familiar to me. I remember this part, so I think you have to go through this guy a couple times. One 8, okay. That's the darkness attack. Okay. Strength roll again. Oh my god. Oh, got a very low roll. Not giving up. Yeah. Okay, right. Because we don't have any strength train, I'm gonna need to essence hop my way out of this. I don't think we can kill him in one turn, can we? Yeah, we can't. 2 turns. Yeah, okay. Got full bar of SP now, should be able to overcome that, whatever it is. Okay. It's done. I can feel it. Like clearing out something I didn't know was in my way. You have prevailed in one attempt where few are trusted to try, and fewer still succeed in one day. Your inner strength gives the hope for Priya's future, my friend. Now put your new powers to the test. Fend me off with all that you have learned. Okay, another fight. This time with Sir Tatlin. Nice bit. I think yeah, we'll still need another turn. Days. Oh my god. I hate this. Oops a daisy. Yeah, now it's just gonna be Sunlock. Oh man. Okay, nice. Please stop dazing me. Okay, goodbye. You are truly among Priya's greatest and promise to be greater still. Even early in your career, I know you will be the model for our future. I'll call on you when we next find leads. Okay, I don't know if the last part has finished. If they have finished the last part yet. Oh, it's the champion thing, right? I don't think they've finished that yet. I may be wrong, but like, I think we'll hold off the champion bit. Okay, and that's going to do it for today's lengthy video, guys. What do I think about the updated script? Actually, I don't really have many thoughts on it. I think the first part was a bit lengthy. The second part, I think they did a better job of cutting down a lot of fluff and unnecessary stuff. It didn't feel as lengthy, which is nice. And the story was easy enough to understand. It is quite compelling if you're interested in the Night Law. So yeah, overall I think they did a good job with the script update for this second part here, and I quite like it. Yeah, with that said, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to this channel if you guys would like to see more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Peace out.